Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are showing you the magical world of jungle pathing. I recently had a game where I probably had the cleanest early game I think I've had ever, maybe, definitely in recent memory. A lot of it just came down to my jungle pathing, how I played the early game, and all that lovely business. So I want to show you that today. I want to show you how the game went, and more specifically, I want to teach you guys about jungle pathing and how you can have good jungle pathing. Because jungle pathing is really important because it's how you have efficient games and efficient performances in the jungle, which leads to lower variance performances. What I mean by that is if you find yourself in situations where sometimes you go 10-0, but other times you go 0-10, sometimes you pop off, sometimes you don't, basically, and you're just lacking that kind of, damn, I thought I was good, oh wait, no, I'm crap again. A lot of that might come down to the fact that you don't have very good pathing and you're just running around. Sometimes it works, other times it doesn't. If you have good jungle pathing, then you can have a similar performance from game to game, and it means that you can have consistency in your game. And obviously, if you do jungle pathing well, then you can have consistently good performances in your game. So it's really important to get your jungle clearing down, your jungle pathing down. So yeah, if you want to get better at your pathing, you want to become a better jungler overall, and you're looking for consistency in your game, then hopefully this video should help you out a lot. And before we get cracking into it, guys, I just want to remind you, I stream every other day on twitch.tv/Foxdrop. I have a second channel where I do gameplays every other day as well. A lot of you guys don't seem to know about those two things, so I put a link to them down below in the description. Check them out if you want to. Anyway, without any further ado, bam, there we are, we're into the game. I'm also going to have an FAQ for the end of the video, because I'm sure there are going to be some questions about this. I'll do my best to answer them in the comments as well, but I will try and just like cover some really obvious ones right at the end. So if you have questions, stay to the end of the video. I may be answering them in my FAQ. But yes, so let's get things crack-a-lacking. So I was playing some Lee Sin for this game. Lee Sin, a good one to show some pathing tips on, because he clears the jungle quite efficiently. You don't have to be doing it on someone like Lee Sin. You can do it on anyone. Obviously, the worse you are at clearing the jungle, the harder it is to do long extended clears, and the more likely you are to either have to recall or maybe take scuttle crabs here or there. But obviously your pathing will just switch up a little bit depending on what champion you're playing. But Lee Sin's a good example of someone who can just do whatever he wants, basically. So it's a really good example of showing you the theory behind it, you know. So this is like the baseline, I guess, and then you can adjust it to what champion you're playing. So pathing, jungle pathing, all comes down to your preparation, what you want to do, how you want to move around the map, thinking about, okay, I'm going to move around in this way because I want to achieve this thing. Sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not as complicated as it sounds, trust me. So basically what I've decided to do this game is I'm against a Vi jungle. If we can see the scores, the scoreboard here. I'm against a Vi jungle, so I can evade it if I want to. But looking at the lane matchups, I mean, you do not want to gank a Shackle lane. That's basically going to be an impossible lane to gank. That's one of those lanes you just really want to avoid and let them do their own thing, really. Vlad into Orianna again. Nothing really going there. Orianna, unless she does something really stupid, to be ridiculously safe in that lane. Especially when I've got Vlad on my team. And even bot side, Janna and Jinx. Yeah, I don't know. Not really much going. So basically this means that and Vi isn't exactly an aggressive early jungler either, so there's not really too much going in this early game, basically. So this means that I can do basically whatever path I want to do here. And I'm going to focus on a farming path here. So, this is the path I really like to do right now. You start at your bot side buff, get a leash, go straight to your top side buff, take this one away, like not even doing a mini camp in between, and then move on to the next camp here. Probably should have smited the blue, honestly. I could take Scuttle Crab here as well if I wanted to. A bit of a variance for my path. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do like a pure, efficient, I'm farming my jungle path. Because I know that Vi's probably started bot side is going to do the standard level 3 clear. Bot buff, wolves, top side buff, and then either go for the crab or go for a top side gank. If you look what she's done exactly as I thought she'd done. Blue buff, wolves, red buff, Scuttle Crab. And what I've done here is I've just acknowledged that. I know that she's going to be doing that, so then I'm just moving up in one motion, coming back down in one motion. I'm a very efficient use of my movement so that I'm not moving in between camps to kind of like do anything like walk up and walk down again or something like that. I'm just going up in one, going down in one, and because I know that Vi has most likely done the buff, wolf buff, topside, like clear, and I also saw her show topside, I know that this Gromp is now up for taking here as well. So we are And I'm going to put always, if you're going to enemy jungle, put wards down as well. So we are 3 minutes into this game. And my clears so far, I've done 4 mini camps and 2 buff camps plus a scuttle crab. And that's like really efficient so far, just as far as farming goes. I mean, look at the lanes. Like, obviously I can't really be ganking these lanes. Like, they're ridiculously safe lanes to gank. Like, how am I really can't gank these lanes. Maybe I can invade via something like that, but you know what I mean. So don't be afraid to include the enemy jungle camps into your pathing if you know that the enemy jungler probably isn't going to be around there, at least in the early game. Another example of this would be sometimes when I start on the red side, so the other side, I will start at the top side buff. So I'll start red buff, I'll do red, wolves, blue. And then because I know that the enemy jungler has most likely done the bot buff, wolf camp, top side, that's like the standard clear. It's exactly what Vi did this game as well. Standard clear is bot side buff, wolves, you know, top side buff. There's level 3 clear. Because I know that he's probably done that, so he's skipped this chicken camp and just gone to the top side. I will then just go straight from this camp into the chicken camp and then down to the Krugs and then gank bot side. And that way I get two of his camps, so boom, I'm in the money already. But also taking those camps away from him kind of counts as 2 camps really, because not only do I get the camp, but he doesn't get it. So as far as the difference in farm goes, I'm 2 camps up. And if you look at the CS totals here, Vi is on 20 CS, I'm on 28. Which means I've cleared 2 more camps than she's done so far. And that's a pretty big difference, honestly, for at 4 minutes into the game. So just to go over again what that other path is, if I'm on the red side, I do top side buff, wolves, blue, chickens. This is now I'm invading the enemy jungle at this point. Chickens, Krugs, bot gank, or like scuttle crab, and then go back into my grump or something like that. Anyway, so for this game, we've done what we're doing here, and then we want to look, okay, now is the perfect time for us to recall, go to our Krugs, or go for a bot side gank. And look at that, bot side is open for a gank, so we're just going to go in here. We want to focus on the Thresh because he's the one who's really out of position. He's going to flash behind his minions, but they've already used heal. They've already used flash. He's dead. First blood. Boom. So there we go. Not only do I have a ridiculously efficient jungle path here, but I've also turned it into a first blood. And I think that the tricky thing about doing these kind of like thinking ahead with your pathing is weaving in like plays into it, because you don't just want to be AFK farming. But this is like a really good, at each kind of stop in your camp, you can see if something's going down. So for example, when I was doing my chickens, if mid was a good gank, that would be a good time for me to go into mid and to gank that, you know. And then after the grump, I see bot's a good gank, so I go down there, you know, that kind of thing. I'm going to finish off my Krugs here, because again, just being really, really efficient. And then as I recall, the pathing begins again. I've got to think, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Okay, so if we think about what camps did I take? What camps did I take first? Because those are the ones that are going to be respawning first, so that's where I should go first. Now, we're kind of cheating here, because if you look at the mini-map, you can see that my grumps already respawned. But if you use your brain as well, if you're paying close attention to this video, you'll see that you'll know that grump is the first mini-camp that I took, because I did buff, grump. So that if I do this kind of like extended clear like I've done here, my grump camp is going to respawn in time for me to go there and take it again. So when I recall after this first clear, basically, that's where I want to go. I want to go back topside, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And because this game, I was really feeling this. Like, in my brain, I was, like, really consciously thinking about my pathing a lot this game. I've genuinely rushed to Tiamat to help me farm clearer, because I just really want to see what I can do with this, like, efficient pathing. So, we go to the grump. You might be looking top. Maybe top would be a good time to gank. Really? Is that a good lane to gank? Is Shaka going to provide anything in that gank? Not really. There are a lot of minions there. It's Nakali on full health. I'm still level 5. Yeah, that's actually a pretty crap gank for me. If Shaka wants me to gank him there, he should at least recall and get back in with the TP so that I can actually help him. So yeah, can't really go top there. Mid, they're both level 6. I could probably show mid here, but I kind of want to get level 6, and there you go. But look at that. I just run through them. 6 minutes into the game, I'm level 6, and look at my farm. I am 46 CS. How many lane attacks have I taken this game? None. I mean, maybe like 1 or 2 minions bot side after that gank. But this is all just pure farming the jungle efficiently. Look at that CS. Like, that's so high. Look how much higher I am than Vi right here. And We haven't even done anything crazy. Like, I haven't taxed lanes ridiculously hard. This is just pure, efficient jungling, jungle pathing. But yeah, I just hit level 6 here, so what am I going to look to do? I did want to look at mid, but she's backing away, so that's probably warded. There we go, it is warded, so we'll stomp that ward. We actually saw Vi was on the mountain. She was getting a bit cheeky there on the mountain dragon there, but that's fine. But we know she started bot side, so she's in this area, so we can't go for her Gromp. I'd like to go for the Gromp, but it's not up, so we'll just go for the crab instead. And she's probably going to be on her blue buff here. So because I'm stronger than Vi, I'm level 6, and I think she's still level 5. Yeah, I see she's still level 5. She's on 60% health or so. She's weak. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go... I know she's in this blue buff area. Get wards down when you go in the enemy jungle, as always. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to invade this thing. I mean, I'm feeling confident about it. I know I can fight her. Missed my Q because I'm boosted, but whatever. Boom. Thanks for the blue buff. Thanks for the leash, mate. I'm out of there. And this is like, yeah, I mean, I'm strong enough to pressure the enemy jungler. Why don't I press the enemy jungler? Every one of these camps that I take from her, every time I put her under pressure, I make the game 10 times easier for my team, because now my team doesn't have to play versus a strong jungler. You know, they're playing versus a weaker jungler. It really messes up the enemy jungler. So yeah, we just take her red buff, keep farming my camps here, take my red buff, and we know where's she gonna take my blue? Where's she gonna go right now? Where's she gonna go right now? She's gonna go into her topside jungle. I took her bot side. Her topside just spawned here as well. Let's go into her topside jungle. I've got a good mid priority here with Vlad as well. Not so much in the top side, but I should be able to escape anyway because I'm Lee Sin. So look, there she is. We find her in her topside jungle. We go for her. She flashes out. Boom. So we pressure her. That's via recalling. That's all that pressure gone as well. And she's used her flash. Beautiful stuff. I'll try to collapse onto the Akali here. Shaco's not having any of it, but it's fine because... yeah, because I'm too good at this game. Am I going to sneeze? Fuck, I hate missing sneezes. It feels like such a wasted opportunity. It's unfortunate. But either way, we looped around after that play onto Vi. We're like, okay, what can we do here? I know, let's go get a play in the top side. And that's exactly what we do. Boom. And what are we going to do here now, lads? Jungle pathing. What are we going to do here? We set ourselves up for the beautiful full clear. Look at that shit. Gromp, wolves, Krugs. Beautiful. And look at this. 10 minutes into the game, I'm at 80 CS. Have I lane taxed this game? No. Genuinely 80 CS. Because I'm just powering through the jungle. Mostly because I'm thinking about where I want to go and what I want to do in advance. That's really what it comes down to. Pathing, it sounds like a complicated concept and thinking about things, but really just think to yourself, okay, where do I want to be? Where do I want to be right now? Where do I want to be in the future? Like, what do I want to go and do? And how do I take a jungle path? How do I move through my jungle that makes this easy to do? You know, like, I'm probably explaining that really poorly, but you know, just farm your jungle basically. And try and farm your jungle in the most efficient way possible. And then in between doing things, think, okay, can I do something here? Can I do something here? Sometimes you want to adjust your pathing to... no one saw that Q. Sometimes you want to adjust your pathing so that you can put focus on a specific lane if you want to. Like if a lane has no summoners, you know want to gank there. Or if it's a particularly aggressive lane matchup, like it's a Yasuo who's always playing aggressive and has no summoners. Or it's Draven or something like that, you know, and then maybe you'll think to yourself, okay, well, I know I want to be around bot side, so maybe I'll start with the gank and then go into the jungle afterwards. Now, I didn't even mention this here though, guys, while I was talking about all that malarkey. Yeah, we just walked into the dragon and took that as well. Again, something, you know, I'm thinking, how can I impact this game? How can I influence this game? How can I actually put pressure onto this game rather than just farming dragon? Let's do dragon. And yeah, Vi died bot side while that was happening, her first death of the game. But yeah, keep my eyes on the minimap, and I saw that the enemy team was also pretty low there, so we died first. Beautiful stuff. Purely beautiful stuff. Hello Shandy, waking up, doggy. Alright, so, didn't even mention it here, but pathing, what do I want to do here now, guys? Well, my red buff is spawning first, then my blue buff. How about we just go for a full clear, starting from the bot side again? So there we go, Krugs first, red buff, chickens, wolves, blue. I would go for Gromp here, but Shaco just died. Now this is the awkward thing here. Is this Akali is... I don't know. I should respect Akali here. She's pretty bloody strong. But I don't really respect her much. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't need to respect her. That's a good juke though. Here comes Vi. Nice Q again. I missed so many Qs this game. Good thing I can path because I can't hit my Qs. Boom. Excellent stuff. So I would have gone for the Gromp here, obviously just to complete that kind of like dream of having perfect pathing. But instead I see stuff's happening topside, so I'm like, oh, I'll try and help that. I wonder where, did she recall already? Yeah. Oh yeah, well she's TPing, so yeah. Let's get some more vision down in the enemy jungle. Oh, there's a control ward. We'll take that one away. Thank you very much. Do I have my ultimate up? I don't. 38 seconds on that one. So probably not going to be able to do too much, but we'll see. Now, because Shaco is roaming here, he's basically being the jungler. I'm just going to be the top laner and hold top. The thing with Akali, though, is that she's pretty strong, so I have to be careful. Chunga down to half health, which means that I can possibly kill her. But the problem is that I don't really know just how much damage she has. And I really should respect her. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that shit. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting that. Put my hand up and say that was a bit of a whoopsie. But holy shit. Did you see that chunk when she Q'd me? Q auto. Maybe it was electrocute at the same time. I don't know. But wow. That generally took like half my health of that chunk. Yeah, and then the Gunblade Zap, which does like 200. How much damage does that do exactly? Yeah, legit 300 damage that did to me. Just with the bzz, bzz. Yeah, okay. I'm out of there. Whatever. Don't even care. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I have stopwatch as well, but you know, if I use stopwatch, then I'm dead anyway. So, but again, look at my jungle. So this is where I'm gonna pause here, just because this is where things get a little bit different, a little bit tricky. Because lane phase is kind of over at this point, or it's ending. Honestly, usually as soon as that first tower goes down, lane phase tends to end a little bit. But because my bot lane still just sat bot side, it's like, okay, then I guess lane phase is still kind of going on. But generally speaking, at this point, it's where things start getting a little bit weird. And so I can't really just do what I've been doing. Jungle pathing is most important in the lane phase. Outside of that, it's less important. So I'll be picking up a camp here and there, but I probably won't be just like mindlessly farming my jungle. Instead, I'll just be keeping my eyes peeled on the minimap, looking at when my team go in, looking at when my team fight, and trying to join them when that happens. So like there, for example. Now at this point in the game as well, shifting away from jungle pathing, somewhat shifting away from jungle pathing. Something I didn't really mention too much, but win conditions when you're pathing. I sort of mentioned this when you're like thinking about maybe going for a Yasuo or a Draven or someone who has no summoners, but win conditions are important for seeing on your team who on my team is going to carry this game and how do I help them. How do I help them do that? And my win condition is basically Jinx. We have a lot of protection with Jinx. Vladimir as well to an extent. He can just pump out huge amounts of damage, but it really isn't Shaco. So I definitely don't want to do anything topside, but yeah. Either way, my bot lane is just pushing out really far here, so I want to try and help them, but I get a little bit... I kind of messed this up a little bit here, because I'm like thinking about going in, and then suddenly I see Vi on the sweeper, and it's like, oh gosh, what do we do here? But either way, we should just disengage from this one, but Jinx has got large testicles, and she fancies it, but she's going to die to the red smite. Now we just have to bomb it, run away. There we go, we're out of there. Bit too aggressive there, but yeah. Generally speaking, you don't want to base your pathing off of just running around the map. This is what I was kind of saying before about if you have high variance games when sometimes you do really well, sometimes you don't. Because you're just running around the map. You're not really thinking about where you should be going or who you should be playing with. Like who you should be helping. You're just running around helping people. But like for example, this game, trying to do stuff with Jinx like we did. Vlad if we can, but Vlad's, you know, kind of hard to gank for. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying outside of pathing here is that at this stage of the game, you want to just keep your eyes peeled on the minimap and go for objectives where you can, and generally speaking, you want to play around people who are winning already. So I want to be bot side a lot. I'm not sure whether I do that very well this game. I think I'm not particularly good at playing around bot very much, honestly. I think part of me wants to try and shut Akali down, but I don't think I can hear her on the Rift Tower, but I don't think I know that. I don't think I hear that in game. Yeah, we see it for a split second there, and I'm like, was that Akali? And yeah, it was Akali. So thanks for the leash, Akali, but I'll take this from here. Or not. Stopwatch! Use your stopwatch. Fuck. Wait. Did I ping my own stopwatch there? No, I didn't. I should have stopwatched that. I'm still getting used to playing Lee Sin with a stopwatch. I should have definitely stopwatched that one, but still, whatever. Objectives, that includes the Herald. Good shockwave. I've already gone for, I went for mid tower before. We've got bot tower as well. So, you know, we're doing pretty well on the objective front. And if we think about this game as well, the grand scheme of this game is really just like Akali. If Akali can kick our ass long enough for Sivir and Orianna to get online, hopefully not, but if she does, that's going to be a problem. Like that's their best way to get into this game or to win this game is through Akali. So the enemy team should be playing around her, but we should also be... Hello, Akali. Hey, go use my stopwatch. And I'm out. Peace. We should be careful of Akali. I mean, she's really bloody strong. Anyway, I'm going to skip forward a lot of this here because I didn't really make this video to show you guys how this game went. I made this video to show you how to path, and I mean, we're seeing that the pathing, the majority of the benefit that you get from pathing is in the lane phase and in the early game, and we've seen that. But just look at my farm. 108, look at that, 180 CS at 21 minutes. For a jungler is ridiculously high. I have lane taxed a decent amount this, well, not even a decent amount. I've lane taxed some this game, but not a huge amount really. But I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, if we look at the gold totals here, holy crap, I'm 3,500 gold ahead of Vi. I mean, that is just, and yeah, I don't know, I just can't stress enough. Not only is this giving me like a lot of advantages this game, or giving me the advantage this game, just being ahead, because I'm, yeah, just having good pathing, but this is, the best thing about this is the fact that pathing, good pathing is low variance playstyle. Like, I could be doing this in pretty much any game. I didn't do anything special this game, really, at all. It wasn't like this game was highly dependent on what my team was doing. I legit just farmed my jungle, and then I was like, can I do something here? Maybe. And if I could, I did something. And outside of that, I farmed my jungle again. I really didn't do anything special. And I mean, you can probably see that sort of, if you watch this game, you can see that it's not a really unique game, if that makes sense. Either way, I'm going to speed through this now because this is kind of just like, fucking hell, can I click on myself? There you go. It's kind of like the, yeah, like I say, not the part I made this video to show you. Did I want to say anything else about it though? Yeah, what I will say as well is if you want to watch this video back, mute it, and watch it on like 2x speed and just stare at the minimap and just see what my icon does and where I run. You'll see I basically just like skip through the jungle, do something, recall, do it again, you know, recall, and then do something similar, and then I'm just always like, I'm not wasting any time with where I'm moving and what I'm doing. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. When you do it right, it's just so clean, it's so smooth. Yeah, this Akali was an absolute machine this game. She almost 1v9 this one. Like legit, it was really scary. She was hard popping off. I mean, you can see that their Orianna was doing really well too. I mean, I guess I'll talk a bit about the FAQ here because you guys might be thinking already of some questions that you have. Well, the first one was that this strategy wasn't unique to this game. You can do this in loads of your games. Obviously, sometimes things change and you have to adapt your pathing, but you know, this is kind of like the baseline of things of what would happen. What else was it? Vi sucked this game. That's a question. This has only worked because Vi was an idiot. I feel like the early game, I mean, it didn't really have anything to do with Vi. Honestly, in the early game, it was just that it's just a path that everyone does. It wasn't anything wrong with Vi's pathing, and honestly, her pathing, if you watch it from her perspective, there wasn't anything particularly weird about her pathing. She just did very standard pathing, I guess. Here's a little tip when you're playing team fights on Lee Sin. Just sit on your carry, protect them, insta-kick away the threats, and just play towards protecting them from the threats. So that's what I did. I jumped on Jinx, we kicked... I did a Q flash, which was absolutely not what I meant to do there. Jumped on Jinx, killed Vi, kicked away Akali, killed Vi, then turned on Akali afterwards. We should probably be going for Baron here, honestly. Maybe it's a bit of a mistake. So yeah, Vi... I mean, Vi would probably be having a better game, obviously, in a different game, but it's not like this. Pathing isn't related to Vi sucking. Also, this Vi is actually a diamond. She is diamond, and she has a 70% win rate on Vi somehow. So yeah, she's not. It's yeah. What else? Good. Yeah, Lee Sin is a good clearer, and I got Tiamat this game. Wouldn't work on any other champion. Like I said at the beginning, you would adapt your path depending on your champion, but more or less you could do exactly what I did this game. If your champion sucks at clearing, then obviously you don't particularly want to take a heavy farm path. You probably want to weave in a lot more potential invades, or keep like trying to force some ganks and stuff, but just play to your champion's strengths. It will change obviously depending on your champion, but more or less. And look at that farm, 230 CS. Fuck my life. Oh yes, another question. My team was really good and the enemy team sucked. Wasn't really the case this game actually. Akali was vastly superior to Shaco and almost like legit hard carried this game by herself. Power of the GA, lads. Just in, no problem. I don't even die. Yeah, obviously this Akali was so far ahead of Shaco this game. She had like double his CS in lane phase, like 150 CS to 70. Almost 1v9 this game. Orianna consistently had more CS than Vlad. Vlad just picked up some kills in sloppy team fights. In the lane phase, Orianna, you know, it was basically even for the first kind of 15-20 minutes of this game. And even bot lane, I mean, I ganked bot lane, so they should have had an advantage. They should have been winning. But even so, Sivir still had a decent, like, she kept up in CS, and well, I mean, she's even beating Jinx in CS right now. There definitely wasn't any stomping going on this game, basically. Even though we're winning this game, yeah, it's not really like the enemy team just rolled over and died. And the last frequently asked question, Foxdrop, you suck. Yeah, my mechanics were really bad this game. They were terrible. But my, you know, yeah, if I made this video on how to be a sexy Lee Sin, yeah, probably wouldn't be a good video, honestly. But yeah, I wanted to do this one to show you the pathing. So we'll just skip through and try to get to the end of the game here, because basically to end this game, I mean, we kind of want to group and fight. We are stronger than them. We've got Baron now, so we want to group with Baron. The way I want to play this team fight specifically, I either want to flank and dive in behind them and kick someone out and try and focus them down, or we just want to chill out, let Jinx do her thing, and then I just sit on Jinx and protect her, basically like I did in that last fight you saw. It is a little bit tricky though, because we have no real good engage, like frontline engage, if that makes sense. We don't have, you know, like an Alistar or something like that, or maybe even a Braum. We don't have, if I were like Sejuani or Zac, we don't really have that. And obviously Shaco is like absolutely useless, pretty much in every way imaginable. So yeah, he's not really bringing anything. And I mean, I am decent engaged if I can flank, but it's not quite the same as just playing like Sejuani or Zac. Anyway, so yeah, I think we're just about going to wrap this game up here. Let me know what you thought about this one. I tried my best to explain pathing and stuff. I hope it was useful. It's one of those concepts that is a little bit tricky to explain in a video, because it's just like, there's a lot to it, and hopefully by just showing you an example like this, you get a good understanding of it anyway. But yeah, let me know what you think about it, guys. Thumbs up if you'd like to subscribe to me for more League content. Don't forget to check out my stream on my second channel as well, guys. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next victory video.